All right, let's bring up the playoff map to show what the country's like in postseason this week. You can see here all states are in playoffs, but the ones in red have finished. The ones in green, Chris, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming, they will crown champs this week. Big week in playoffs.
Yep.
All across the country.
And we have and up there in Sioux Falls is their state championship. 2 Sioux Falls teams again for the 7th straight year. So
look at you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Game of the week.
Gotcha.
So if you're going to go to MaxPreps and check out all top 10 games of the week, do so as well right after this show.
All right, we brought a question to Twitter, and the question was, which state had the toughest playoff bracket? We got lots of good responses, and many people stuck up for their state. We're going to go over to Zach Poff in the MaxPreps locker room. One guy really calling out California here.
Yeah, check out what @Jake_Fitch12 said. He's hyping up Texas. Now, he said Texas 6A D1, without a doubt, the top, and it smacks the top of California's Pac-5 regional setup. Now, @Jake_Fitch12 has a pretty valid argument. You have Allen, the number 3 team in the Excellent 25 rankings, presented by the Army National Guard. Also, you got to deal with the number 7 team, Dallas Skyline, who are in Region 2. Oh, and then you have the number 17 team in DeSoto, who beat Capel last night 51-35, and they got their 4-star QB Tristan Wallace back for the first time since week 2, and a potential Allen-DeSoto matchup awaits in round 2 if Allen can, of course, win tomorrow. And the 6A D1 is absolutely stacked. Now let's check out what @Coach Bronk said. He tweeted, any team in the Texas playoffs has a very tough road. Definitely got to agree with @Coach Bronk here. And it's crazy to think that the D2 6A bracket might be even more stacked than D1. And I really do believe this is the hardest tournament to win in all of high school sports. You got to win 6 games against 6 quality opponents, very similar to March Madness. Now, Stoney,
Yeah.
What do you got to say about California, baby?
Well, I might have to disagree with @JakeFitch12. I know, it's tough, but
Yeah, it is.
the Southern Section CIAF Pac-5 division is incredible, and @Prep Nation agrees, and they say hands down almost half the 16 teams in the bracket have been nationally ranked at some point this season. And @Coach4 says Pac-5 division in SoCal, it has to be one of the toughest brackets in all of America. 5 of the Freeman Ratings top 20 teams are in it, and I have to agree with this. You have St. John Bosco, number 6, 9-1, only lost to number 1 Bishop Gorman. Long Beach Poly, everybody's heard of them. Modern Day, who just happens to play Westlake this week with a quarterback at Westlake, Florida State, Malik Henry. And then you have 2-time state champion St. Bonaventure.
Well, we are Colerain tweeted, not so fast, my friends. We'd match Ohio D1 bracket up against any in the country, and Colerain has a legit argument. They play St. Xavier tomorrow, but 5 of the top 50 teams in the country play in this bracket, including Hudson, who sits at number 25 overall in the MaxPreps Excellent 25 presented by the National Guard. Also, St. Edward, remember, Chris, at one point they were number 1 in the country. Right now they're number 6 in the computer rankings. And also, like I mentioned before, St. Xavier, they're always tough. They play Colerain, and just some proof, the number 1 seed already has lost in this tournament. Centerville was upset. Just shows you how tough this one is. And from Ohio, we're headed to Florida, right, Zach?
Yeah, you can't talk high school playoffs without bringing up Florida. And @Florida HS Football tweeted, Florida's Class 8A, so wide open. A lot of top contenders in the mix this year. Got to agree with that. Florida high school football makes a very good case for 8A. You got to deal with a team like Miami Central. Miami Central, number 15 team on our Excellent 25 rankings. They have a stud wideout and 4-star receiver, Devontae Phillips. And also you got 10-0 First Coast. Florida State quarterback commit DeAndre Johnson, along with South Carolina commit Sherrod Pittman. And a sleeper team, 9-0 Flanagan, a team to watch out for. And Stoney, we got to talk Georgia now. We've left them out so far. So what do you got for us for the state of Georgia?
Yeah, we're going to stay down south in the state of Georgia. And OGS Nelson said, just looking at the left-hand side of the 4A, Buford, Sandy Creek, Cartersville, Griffin, 2 champs meet right there. Toughest half I've seen in a long time. You have to agree with it. Buford, number 13, 10-0 on the season. Sandy Creek, Cartersville. And then also, he says 6A overall is insane. Quad A has a stacked half that is out of this world. And just there alone, you have Valdosta, the winningest program in the nation, and Colquitt County, shown right here, the number 9 team in the country at 10-0. Every bracket we've looked at has been just from top to bottom really hard and difficult to win out. And that's why it's state championship season, and that's why you play this time of year.
Yeah, well, we got one more state to hit up, and the demand and at Jim from Bayshore went calling out for New Jersey, and specifically the non-public Group 4 that features 4 top 50 teams, including defending champ and favorite Paramus Catholic. Now, they lost last week, so they will be fired up heading into this. And also in this bracket is Don Bosco Prep and St. Peter's Prep. Both these teams at one point have been in the top 25, so that is a very tough one, almost similar, I guess you would say, to the Pac-5 in Southern California, because it's small and compact, but full of legit teams. Now, if you disagree with us, we want to hear about it. You know, we're not saying one is greater than the other, but we want to know from you out there.
We always like hearing from you guys socially. That's what we want. We put the questions out there and everything so you can interact with us here at MaxPreps, so we can hear your voice. And go on to Twitter at MaxPreps or at MaxPreps Video, Instagram, of course, at MaxPreps, and Facebook /MaxPreps. And if there's a play out there that you want to see, or anything that you've seen and you think that should be on the show, you need to use the hashtag MPTopPlay.